regardless of our political differences, whenever we see a disregard for the rule of law, we are the ones who make these laws, we, as Parliament. So it's incumbent upon us to defend these laws. For example, the Constitution provides for how suspects are apprehended. A constitution that was made by Parliament. But we see people being abducted and kept in incommunicado detention for days without access to family or lawyers. And some are even tortured while there. Colleagues, this is wrong. And we, the people's representatives, ought to condemn it and ensure that it doesn't happen. The most recent victim of this is the Honorable Miriam Matembe, former MP, former minister. She participated in the formulation of our Constitution. For someone who took part in creating the foundation on which we stand, the least we could do for her is follow the right procedures if the state is interested in her for any legal reason. Besides, colleagues, criticism should never be an offense. I've heard some people say that those criticizing should always do so respectfully. And I agree. However, respect should be on both sides of the coin. Both sides, at all times. Right Honorable Speaker, you made it clear in your remarks shortly after being declared Speaker that the media should be able to operate freely. And those media houses that had been banned from accessing Parliament eventually returned. Today, we see the same media houses that belong to Nation Media Group being shut down arbitrarily because they are holding us leaders accountable. UCC, which political parties win elections and lose them. Parliamentary majorities change with time. Yet the enduring strength of our republic will depend upon whether institutions such as Parliament continue to command the confidence of those they were established to serve. As the leader of the opposition, I give this assurance. We shall discharge our constitutional mandate firmly, responsibly, and patriotically. But from the Constitution, however, and undermine accountability or fail the people we all represent. We shall speak with clarity, conviction, and respect for this institution. Allow me to conclude where I began. We are part of this House at the behest of the people of Uganda. That confidence is not a permanent possession. It is a trust renewed only through faithful service. Long after the speeches we make have been forgotten, and long after the divisions in our chamber have faded into history, one question will remain. Did our service strengthen Parliament and improve the lives of our people? If at the end of this Parliament, our citizens have greater confidence in their institutions, stronger faith in the rule of law, and renewed hope that public office exists to serve the public good, then we shall have honored the oath that we took, honorable colleagues, and we shall have justified the confidence placed in us. I appeal to all of us, therefore, to work together, all of us, for the good of this, our nation. The Constitution entrusted Parliament with immense powers because it trusted Parliament to exercise those powers wisely. May history record that the 12th Parliament proved worthy of that trust. I thank you for your kind attention, and I say this for God and my country. Thank you.
In order to attain our strategic vision of re-engineering and recalibrating the legislature back to factory settings, I urge you to abide by the 7-point strategic vision for the legislature as follows. 1, zero tolerance to corruption, and cultivating a culture of absolute transparency and integrity in the conduct of parliamentary business. Corruption is not the Speaker, Corruption is not the parliament alone. Corruption is the whole of government. Two, strengthen accountability and strict compliance with the public finance management laws and regulations, and enhancing internal controls to prevent misuse and loss of public resources. And you heard from LOP, this is where we are meeting. Some of these pillars cut across both government and opposition. We should all work together to strengthen accountability, and it starts with us. Don't ask for payment for trips which you have not undertaken. Don't come and sign in the book of attendance when you did not attend committee meetings. Don't go and get money for field trips where you've not been. Accountability starts with us. And as Parliament, if we can say zero tolerance to corruption and then strengthen accountability, the Prime Minister's work will be easier. When they come to us, they will come when they are clean. The Auditor General's work will be easier. The reports will be clean reports. Because that's why I say it starts with us. Three, evidence-based legislation by promoting rigorous, fact-driven, and well-researched legislative deliberations. We expect ourselves, after this induction, that when you rise to speak, you'll speak from facts. You will have evidence. You will not be bringing a WhatsApp discussion or a fake news in Parliament. You will speak, and even if the Prime Minister does not like what you are speaking, she will say, I have nothing useful to add. Because it is fact, evidence-based, well-researched, because we have a whole department of research. Four, people-centered legislation. By prioritizing the needs, voices, and aspirations of the citizens in all parliamentary activities. And the key word here, all parliamentary activities. As you debate in that house, you know our primary role is to meet, prioritize the needs, the voices, and aspirations of the citizens of Uganda in all our parliamentary activities. Five, results-based budgeting by focusing legislative resource planning and expenditure to tangible, quantifiable, and measurable outputs and outcomes. Here, as you could have already heard, because some of the reforms we're going to do, I'm waiting for the Parliamentary Commission so that when it is in order, I don't want to be a one-man show. We want to process them. We had, the first thing I heard from the clerk was that I asked, are the committees well facilitated? And he told me there's a deficit that government did not give us. We had a deficit of about 10 billion. So that's why you've heard informally that some money, which was in the office of the Speaker, which I would have loved to have, because that money helps me and you people. I said the Speaker should not be facilitated to donate money when committees don't have. So I wish you knew the reason for giving that money back to, you would not have clapped. My expectation as Speaker is that when now you have these monies, you will not be asking for kitu kidogo from the ministries, and departments and agencies. We want a parliament that we can be proud of. If you are going for the field, Parliament should be able to facilitate the members fully. And you heard from our development partners saying, giving examples of South Africa, where, Ethiopia, the next time you're speaking, you'll be giving examples of real case scenarios of Ugandan parliament going to the. So we expect to do a few things when we are fully constituted. We now have the Prime Minister, leader of opposition, the Deputy Speaker, and the clerk. We are waiting for the backbench commissioners, especially from the NRM side. And you only have up to 7th. By 7th, we need the commissioners, we need the chairpersons, because we are now we have to begin the work. So some of the monies, and that the implication of me returning money to parliamentary committee, would mean that the office of the speaker will not have as much to, yes. So we have to decide, should the speaker have these monies that I be handing over, or should we have a parliament that will function? So I made that proposal, which will be processed through the Parliamentary Commission, and you'll get to know part of the reforms. 6, open parliament that fosters transparency and upholds professionalism and a collaborative working relationship with the media and other stakeholders. We believe that when you are open, you'll be honest. So you can't fear the media. And the media would be our partner to transmit the information that we are doing to the members of public. So unless you parliament, you say we should close, but that's my proposal, that we should be with an open parliament, which is accessible, which fosters on transparency. Transparent, there should be no mysteries about the decisions of parliament or what the speaker would be doing. I think it's a good thing that we allow, unless the media begins to abuse that. But we have some media specialists who are now in the House. The speaker will also restore. We shall be having periodic press breakfast with the media where we can engage them more vigorously so that they know the truth, so that they can report from factual points. The 7th one, proactive. Each parliament, through its committees, conducts real-time and effective monitoring and evaluation of government institutions and programs and duly reports back. Honorable members, you heard from the NDP was saying how parliament can help government fast-track some of the projects. I said on the first day that we should not be waiting for Auditor General's report. We are going to disrupt some of these things. We know a road, we've given money through the national economy process, through either loan. This parliament should be able to go and also oversee. And when we are going, we can ask the Prime Minister and the line ministers to go and oversee what is being done, other than waiting to do a post-mortem when it is too late. Your presence, it's not that we ask for any bribes from the contractors. No, but to put pressure on behalf of Ugandans that we need this work done and done well. That one, we need your support so that we can be proactive in our oversight role. And there should be planning about the oversight. Every committee every sector committee will be having projects. And my view, as the former chairman of the committee, is that there should be certainty in our budgeting and financing. The old, I say Honorable Katuntu here, I found him in Parliament. I'm glad that he has left when I'm the Speaker, because he would be torturing me every day. But you know that I have no option but to say that I'm glad you've left. But we have brought him here to share his thoughts. But the Parliament committees should be very attractive, beginning in this 12th Parliament, so that where members, that is where you will show your skills, your abilities, you speak more, you are more resourceful in the committees. In Parliament, where we meet, and the Honorable Senyonyi there, we shall also have to agree that when we meet as in Parliament, the people out there, if we are evidence-based, we are factual, should be able to appreciate what we say. It's not about who has the numbers, Right Honorable Prime Minister. It's not about who is winning the argument and on whose behalf are we winning the argument. In the Parliament, we need a Parliament that even people are watching. We don't play to the gallery like most people do. They say certain things on the camera, in the plenary, because they want to account to, or scandalize Parliament. Parliament is our home. I hope you will be told here. You will be told. It's where we belong. The Prime Minister belongs there. The Vice President belongs there. And somebody who will be talking to you about probably separation of powers, they will have more to see how we meet at one point. That the separation, yes, is there, but we meet at one point. The executive pays members of Parliament. Members of Parliament approves appointment by the executive, by the president. There's interlink and interrelationship. So when a committee has made a work plan, that work plan is costed. That costed work plan goes through, and the clerk with his technical people, they approve that. There should be no change. The money which was planned for must stay in that committee to do the work that that committee has planned to do. I can promise you, because the only person who has the power to change the funds would be me. But you accepted me, a modest speaker, that I will be modest. So sometimes when you come to me and you ask me, you put me under temptation to remove money from one committee, then I give you to build a church. I will say no. And also when the money is finished in your committee, you just know that was the plan for the financial year, so that we are not stressing ourselves. So as we are here today for the next few days, we are here to learn together. Some of you have been in Parliament before, some you have different capacities. But here, let's learn together. And the Right Honorable Prime Minister, though they have asked me to come and only open, I have also told the LOB, we shall open, but also we have constituencies. But we shall be sitting here throughout the training, the induction. So that
of Parliament, I bring you warm greetings from His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda. He congratulates you all on your recent electoral victories, and he told me he expects support from Parliament for improved social services of our country. Right Honorable Speaker and members, I am pleased to join you for this important induction seminar. I thank you all, more especially the Right Honorable Speaker, for organizing this seminar. It's very important that we go through this induction. Right Honorable Speaker and members, I want to express my appreciation to all the previous parliaments for supporting the NRM government and His Excellency the President in laying the strong foundation for socio-economic transformation of Uganda. We are starting this term of office, that is 2026, 2031, when the country has made major strides across all sectors of our economy since 1986. For example, Uganda has graduated from the category of least developed countries to the lower middle income status. What we need now as the 12th Parliament is a qualitative leap to the upper middle income status. And this is so because of peace and security. Honorable members, the whole country is peaceful and secure. I request if you are clapping, clap louder. Because what I'm talking about is a reality. Right Honorable Speaker and members, the whole country is now connected by tarmac roads from east to west, north to south. Except for a few areas where you and me have to put our feet down to make sure that we tarmac those other remaining roads. Right Honorable Speaker and members, the literacy rate has increased to 80%, up from 43% in 1986. Life expectancy has improved to 68 years, up from 43 years in 1986. Right Honorable Speaker and members, access to clean water. 8 in 10 households now have access to improved water sources. In 1986, only 1 in 10 households had access to a clean and safe water source. Right Honorable Speaker and members, our electricity generation capacity has greatly improved, up from 60 megawatts in 1986 to 2,098 megawatts now. But this is not enough because of industrialization. And therefore, all our focus should now be directed towards the target of 52 megawatts by 2040 through diversifying our energy sources, what we commonly call the energy mix. That is the solar, nuclear, to mention but a few. Right Honorable Speaker and members, the size of our economy has expanded 17 times, from US dollars 3.9 billion in 1986 to US dollars 69.3 billion now. The task before us, honorable members, is to ensure that this economic growth produces jobs, better household incomes, and prosperity. Right Honorable Speaker, let me talk about education briefly. The number of our children in government-aided primary schools has increased to 9.52 million in 2026 from 2.5 million in 1997 when UPE was introduced. There are also 2 million learners in private primary schools because of our good policies, especially the policy on liberalization. So I request members to put our heads together to address some outstanding challenges in this term of office, such as teacher absenteeism, school dropouts, to mention but a few. Honorable members, households poverty has declined from 56.4 in 1994 to 16.1 now, according to the 2024 housing census. Our efforts now should be directed to bring our people into the money economy, especially the 30% that are commonly known by everybody. Right, Honorable Speaker and members, let me talk about the implementation of the 2021-2026 manifesto. Out of 809 commitments in the 2021-2026 NRM manifesto, 699, representing 88%, were implemented, though some are still ongoing. As a result, Uganda is now one of the best investment destinations in Africa. Let me repeat this. Honorable members, Uganda is now one of the best investment destinations in Africa, according to the 2024 annual investment meeting in Abu Dhabi, the capital of United Arab Emirates. Honorable Speaker and members, I know you are aware that I derive my mandate as a Prime Minister of this country and leader of government business from Article 108A of our Constitution. And of course, you are aware that it requires me to be the leader of government business in Parliament, and it gives me mandate to be responsible for coordination and implementation of all government policies across ministries, departments and agencies, including local governments and other public institutions. And of course, it also mandates me to perform any other functions as may be assigned by the President, or conferred by the Constitution or any other law. And you are aware that I'm a member of the Business Committee of Parliament. I promise that I will present government business, and I know this is going to be the epitome of our performance as Parliament. I will answer and respond to your questions during the Prime Minister's question time. And this is provided for under Rule 43 of our Rules of Procedure of Parliament. And of course, I will also prevail over ministers to attend Parliament this time round in big numbers. We are in the process as NRM of designating members of Parliament from our side, that's the NRM, to the leadership positions in Parliament, as provided for under Rule 187 and 188 of our Rules of Procedure. The Government Chief Whip will announce the members appointed to those positions at the next sitting. So members, very soon. Right Honorable Speaker and members, I want to request that we work as a team. Recently, the President directed me to coordinate ministries, departments, and agencies, especially the ministries of Foreign Affairs, the Ministry of Works and Transport, Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, and the Ministry of Internal Affairs to evacuate 771 Ugandans from South Africa following the escalation of anti-migrant protests. So I believe either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, our brothers will be flying in from South Africa. Right Honorable Speaker and members, it is our constitutional duty to support government and the President of the Republic of Uganda in moving Uganda to the upper middle income status through legislation that enhances development, especially household income, and transform livelihoods. That's why our legislative program is fully aligned with the Fourth National Development Plan, the 2026-2031 NRM Manifesto, and the 10-fold growth strategy, which seeks to grow our economy from US $69.3 billion in this financial year, which we are closing, to $500 billion by 2040. To achieve this, government has prioritized 4 strategic growth drivers, commonly known as ATMs, and that is agro-industrialization, tourism development, mineral development, science, technology, and innovation. These are supported by key enablers, including peace and security, infrastructure development, investment in our people, that's wealth creation, industrialization, market access, environmental protection, and moving the remaining 30% of our households into the money economy and fighting corruption. In conclusion, Right Honorable Speaker and members, it is our responsibility to provide oversight of government programs as Parliament, including the flagship program of government, that is the Parish Development Model, Emyoga, roads, health, to mention but a few.